I'm going to create almost, I need to zoom back out to make sure that I have this square enough to, yeah, I'm just going to pull down the middle of this where the deepest darks are. So I can see some gorgeous darks in here. Now I've got the blue in there, and I'm going to just kiss that with the lighter. Let me just show you the colours that I'm using. I think it's kind of handy to know. You don't have to have exactly the same colours, but you can match those. It's more about value than colour. So I'm just going to put in some nice painting the way it grows. So I like to really go in. If I see it sitting straight, that's the way I'll paint it. Now I can see that through the middle it's much lighter. So I'm just going to, I need to make sure I don't go too high. This one's sort of up behind. It's out the back a little bit. So I'm just going to go to the top of this with the dark. And I'm building, I see it as a bit of a triangle. So I'm just going to pull in, see this part here. I'm just pulling in the darks of that first little petal. Is a gorgeous deep dark, so I need to grab another purple for that. Now the darkest purple on the market is a Terry Ludwig eggplant, and it is like, it's the darkest. There's nothing, to my way of thinking, there's nothing darker.
We will move on in just 1 minute, but first let me tell you some great news that we have for you now together with Artefacto School. My new online floral pastel course is available for you right now. It will be a great chance for you to learn how to portray flowers with pastels and connect them with a background harmoniously, and will suit artists with any level of pastel painting skills. What else is waiting for you during the course? You will learn to make radiant flowers and create saturated shades, what to leave out and what to include in a composition, and suggested information instead of painting everything. To use professional techniques, make effective marks and confident strokes. To train to make a variety of strokes and see how to simplify your subject and compositions. And as a result, you will create a series of pastel flowers with me, 4 pastel paintings, which we will complete during 10 lessons. To be sure, and click the link in the upper right-hand corner to know all the details. And also, you will find the link in the description of this video. See you at the course.
Now, the dark, I can see a gorgeous dark just sitting on top of those lights in there. So I'm just going to pull them out that way. Now, this can translate as purple or it can translate as blue. So I'm going to mix the two. It's almost like a cobalt sort of colour. Out the side, it's just suggested, and this big stem will come down over the front of that. So I'm going to try and do this in just a couple of strokes. I'm going up a value with my blue and just looking at the way that it grows, slowly pulling nice free strokes. Pulling, and you do get pastel transference, so you're getting those colours mixing in together. I just want to show you just up close how beautifully with your strokes changing the direction. You can see sometimes you have to stand on your head to get the right direction, but ever so gently just manipulating that manipulating those colors together. So that's that one there. And then I reckon I need to come in with something a little lighter. So just let me have a look and see how blue I want to go. I'm just going to test it because I do see I want the light sitting on that left side of this, almost that vein. And voila, we've got one there. And then pulling that gently in. And at this point, this is where I say, you know, I'm really not blending with my fingers. If I'm blending, it's happening with the pastels, the other pastels. So again, this is another way to create depth. And I just want that, just a very gentle little suggestion of a petal out there. We don't see much of it, but, you know, we might just give it a very little bit of, almost a little bit of a frill on there. And I'm going from what looks like purple to blue. So it's a mix of purple and blue. But again, I don't need it to look exactly like I've got on the page either. I like the pastel magic to start doing its thing, and I can create the suggestion of this iris. So over this side, I see it a little bit more purple. So let me just try. Maybe not. I don't want that red purple. I want a cool purple, not that lovely rich, you know, cobalt violet sort of purple. So I'm going to stick with the blues, I think. I do love a little bit of, see how the purple, it's kind of one value more, but it's a little bit more on the purple side. So I'm just going to pull that in gently, ever so gently, into that colour there, and we've got almost the suggestion once again, a very, very light suggestion. But I think I'm going to use the blue, that blue purple, this one back over here, this middle one, just to give this a couple of shadows through that. See how we can just gently manipulate, and I'm really ever so gently just pulling the direction that the petal, and it gives it that what would you call it, like it's almost like a fabric. It's almost like a fabric feel, like it's very light and, yeah, very gentle.